We start off the final lecture and immediately I'm blocked. My voice is blocked. How's everyone doing? How are you feeling? It's our first Monday lecture in quite a while, isn't it? But unfortunately, while it's the first Monday lecture in quite a while, it is also going to be the last one in quite a while. This is our last official EECS 494 lecture, and I'm pretty sad about it. We will be seeing each other again on Wednesday for some very exciting stuff at around 6 to 7 o'clock. Well, that's pretty much it, isn't it? I'm a little bit sad. But we have some very, very cool stuff to do today. We have some trailers to watch, okay? And this is not giving feedback. We're going to watch all of your final trailers. We're not going to give feedback. We're just going to clap for you, and we're going to enjoy and revel in the fantastic work that you've done this semester. We have a couple announcements. One of them is that let's see here. One of them is that we have no office hours after this Wednesday, okay? If you want to meet with us to talk about something, if you want to get career advice, if you want to ask us to reconsider some of your grading, I guess, if we miss something like that, then you'll want to schedule an appointment with us. Okay, you'll want to email eeks494staff@umich.edu, and then we'll get that done. Okay. Do not request us for a grade bump. Toward the end of the semester, we always get a few emails. Oh, I'm really close to that A-. I'm really close to that A. And if that's the case, you should have done a little bit more extra credit, all right? There are still some extra credit assignments that are available to you. You're going to want to get on those if you think you might be pretty close to the cutoff for a grade, okay? All right. How is everyone feeling, by the way? You're pretty much there. How was this last week? This most recent week was a very different one, because I imagine most of you were not working on the game so much as you were working on how to sell the game, right? Which, you know, as much as we may not like it as engineers, is a humongous part of making sure we have impact. How was this week, team? How did you feel? It feels like it's winding down. Yeah, that's definitely the way it should feel. Exhausted. I'm sorry, Tom. Fortunately, you're almost there. This Wednesday, after this Wednesday, you'll be free from 494. You can maybe take a couple days to relax, focus on your other courses, and then soon you'll be at the summer. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep going. The assignments. So due today was your P3 marketing final. Now, these are the trailers that we're going to watch here on Canvas. You are welcome to update your trailers and post them into your itch.io pages, the updated versions. We won't be grading those, but your audience goers will really, really appreciate it. The P3 Gold is going to be due very soon. And that is due on Wednesday at 6 p.m. You can tell by actually looking at the schedule here. So you've got your P3 Gold. It is not due at Monday like it normally is. It is actually due on Wednesday at 6 p.m. You need to make sure that you have it submitted to Canvas. Now, you can do whatever you want. You can update your itch.io page, but Canvas, remember, is the official kind of keeper of graded deliverables. Okay, so let's keep going here. Oop, we're going to get back to that in a sec. So, showcase registration. If you have not registered for the showcase, make sure you get this done as soon as possible, okay? This is important because the preview website is up, and it is ready to go. In fact, where is the preview? Here it is. The preview website is going, and my computer's going to crash if I don't quickly turn off my stream. Uh-oh. Come on. Uh-oh. All right, here we are. Okay, pause, please. There we go. All right, we're paused. So hopefully we're fine. But this showcase website, 494showcase.com/early, has your games up on it if you have registered for the showcase. This is really important because the people who are going to be walking through the showcase and judging, and the companies we've invited and offering internships are going to be doing all those things based on an early version of the showcase website. So if you're not there, then that's going to be a problem. They won't be able to play your game. So please make sure you get at least an initial submission uploaded as soon as possible, okay? that will allow you to get up there on the site, and then before Wednesday at 7, you can go ahead and resubmit that form, and we will fix up your entry, okay? All right. So the last thing that you need to do is you need to accept this invite to the Showcase Discord server. And actually, Ish, can you post this link into the Twitch chat and on the Discord? So there's a Discord dedicated to the Showcase event. You will get to this Discord if you click on this button right here called Meet the Devs. On Wednesday, every single game team will have their very own channel. And that is where we'll be dumping feedback, we will be dumping memes, we'll be dumping screenshots. That's where attendees will be visiting you to tell you how awesome you are and how awesome your game is. And you will actually be required to play about 5 of your peers' games and offer some form of feedback, just as a participation grade on Wednesday, okay? That's going to be a really light assignment for you, I hope. And we'll give you something to do during the showcase in between answering questions and reveling in all the amazing work you've all done. Okay? So please register and sign up for this Discord server, and then, yeah, we're going to be good. Okay? All right. So I'll go ahead and turn off the music. Galaxy Man stage. Releasing soon, as in releasing on Wednesday, you have 2 very, very light assignments that you have a long time to do. So on Wednesday, the 21st, you're going to have your P3 postmortem released. This is just like your P1 postmortem and just like your P2 postmortem, in that it is mainly going to be a very short essay. You've got a template here that you can fill out. I think it's 4 pages long. So most of you have like 4 pages long, double-spaced. Most of you have about 5 or 6 people, and so this is going to be less than a page per person. Yeah, that should be kind of cathartic for you to brainstorm as a team. Just what happened? You know, how did the project flow? How did it strive? How did it wane? Stuff like that. What could we have done better? So that should be a very, very easy assignment, and you've got quite a while to do it until the 28th. We might push that back even a little bit more. And then you have your peer evaluation assignment. This is just like your P1 peer eval, as in you are going to be evaluating the congeniality of your teammates. 1 through 3, 1 being the worst, 3 being the best. And remember, a 3 doesn't mean amazing, right? An amazing teammate who just went above and beyond. No, a 3 means they met expectations, satisfactory, right? They did not compromise the team's production, okay? If there were problems that arose, then you probably want to give something like a 2. And if it was kind of a no-show situation, then you want to give us a 1. These are mainly used to alert the staff that we should investigate time contribution and potentially dole out some pretty big penalties, okay? So make sure that you fill out this form after the showcase, okay? And I'll send out some reminders so that you don't forget. Okay, so showcase logistics. Let's talk a little bit about how the showcase is going to work before we go into viewing all of your final trailers. Then we'll talk a little bit about artificial intelligence, and then we'll do a final wrap-up lecture for you, okay? Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look. I think we're right up here. We've already viewed the preview site, the schedule. So the website is going to go live, the actual, like 494showcase.com, will go live probably at around 6:15 to 6:30. And that is when attendees will start showing up a little bit early, okay? That is when you want to make sure to go through and check through your entry. Let us know really fast if something is messed up about your game or your trailer. The live stream and introductions will begin about 7:10. Michigan time is dead. Long live Michigan time, right? The Discord server that you've already had posted in the Twitch chat is going to be where you're going to want to give your feedback, where you're going to want to get feedback. You'll all have your very own channel there pretty soon, okay? As soon as you've registered. Okay, and then you'll have a playtesting assignment where you just have to play 5 games from the 494showcase.com and provide feedback in their Discord channel, okay? And by the way, the focus is going to be on positive elements, okay? This is not a serious critique that you're going to be doing like you often do for your peer playtesting videos. You are just going to be showering your friends with praise and pointing out things that you really like, okay? It's going to be a very positive day. Even if my technology totally fails, Corbin Reeves will take over and it will still be an awesome day. So there you go. Okay, let's go over some logistics a little bit closer. So the showcase is going to look a little bit different from this this semester because of COVID. That is, I don't think, going to be a surprise to any of you. But we were really very nervous the first time we did this online format in that it wouldn't have the same energy, it wouldn't be quite as hype. And while that was the case, this is still almost always a very exciting event, even online. You get to see the stats pile up on your itch.io page. You get to see fun memes and images flying through the chat. You get to try and vote and see if you can place well. Let's talk about the schedule. Will that assignment be on Canvas, where we will take screenshots of our Discord messages? The answer is no. That's actually going to be associated with your participation grade. So if you notice on Canvas, there's a 30-point participation score. And generally, if you miss a lecture or a playtesting session without an excuse, you'll lose 20 points out of that 30, and that can actually go negative as well. So make sure that you're doing these participation assignments. I'll post something on Piazza to remind you. Otherwise, you're going to lose a big chunk of those points at the last second. Okay, that's not very fun. Okay, so here's the schedule for the showcase. 7 to 9:30, or essentially to 10, okay? Now, from 7 to 7:45, we do a short introduction, and we show off all of your game trailers on twitch.tv. This is usually a fairly big audience, at least 100 plus, and I think the first time we did it, we got to like 230. Well, that's a lot of people. So it's going to be a pretty good time. Then from 7:45 to 9, we will give, or probably about 9:30, we will give people time to go and play all the games, to vote. You can show off your projects. You can answer questions in the Discord server. And it should be a pretty good time. People will flow in. They will look at the games that interest them, not only from the trailers, but whoever has the coolest tiles and GIFs on the page tend to get the most plays. And then they'll do some voting. We'll talk about voting in a sec, okay? Essentially what will happen is at the bottom of the showcase website, you'll have this little vote here button. It'll be flashing red. It will tell you how much time you have left to vote. And when you click that vote button, you'll be taken to a Google form, okay? Then, probably from 9:30 or so, we will do the voting, okay? We will compile the voting results. I'll take about 10 to 20 minutes to do that. And then we will actually announce those results. If this was an in-person event, we'd also be giving you pizza from 6 to 7. I don't have the funding to mail you and order you pizza, all of you in different locations, so I apologize. But here's a photo. It's pretty cool. Okay, so voting. Essentially, during a non-COVID semester, every attendee will get a bunch of gems, priceless gems, right? And every team gets a bag. In order to vote for a team, you put your gem in the bag. You should only put one gem in each bag, and you vote for your favorite 5 games. That's pretty much it. However, online, you get 7 choices, and you drop one coin, one gem into a team's bag simply by voting for that game. There's no priority. It is the 7 favorite games that you have. So it doesn't matter if you think a game is better than another, or if one's your first place favorite, second place favorite. It's all the same, okay? So make sure that you make sure to vote as well, okay? And when you, as a 494 participating team, vote, you should vote for yourself, okay? And that just kind of keeps everyone honest by helping everyone, by just telling everyone to do what's in their best interest, okay? Let's talk about the prizes a little bit. So I have a Humble Bundle subscription, and I don't use basically any of it. And so what happens is I just get this massive pileup of games that I have codes for. And so if you go to this page, and actually, Ishwar, this is another thing that we should probably post in the chat. This is, there are tons of games here. I think there are like 50 or something. And what happens is the first place team, those 4 or 5 people get the first choice of each game. What you do is you claim a game by writing your unique name underneath it, and then no one can take it after that. And a few days later, I send out your code to your email address, all right? So there are a lot of really cool games here, and a lot of games that you've never heard of. That's Iris and the Giant. Has a really nice art style. Look at that, Boomerang Fu. I've never heard of that game, but it looks kind of awesome. If you've ever wondered just how competitive the kind of indie game scene is, look at all these games you've never seen before or heard of, but they look great, and you'll realize how hard it is to compete. Yeah, lots of really great stuff here. Do we have any other big ones? Big ones? No, I think the biggest one is probably Control, which is on the very first page. It is, Trine 4 has got to be a kind of a big one. Wildfire looks pretty cool. Control is probably the most expensive one here. There's a game called EECS, which is apparently $50, but I've never heard of it, so I'm guessing it's not going to be $50 for long. All right, I'm being a little bit spicy for you. I apologize. It's the final lecture. I think it's I can do it. Okay. Anyway, we've got prizes for you. That's the big takeaway. However, here's something to consider. Okay, this voting is probably one of the least precise and least secure voting systems ever. In that one way to win and one way for teams to kind of tank the results is to invite their entire frat to just come and vote for them, right? And only them. That is something that you can technically do, but that would kind of mess with the results. In other words, the best game, in my opinion, almost rarely ever wins. Something to consider is that in a competition like this, throughput is everything. A game that is multiplayer and is shorter is probably going to do a lot better than a game that is longer and single player, because it just not enough people can play it, right? It takes longer for people to play it, which means fewer people do experience it, which means there are fewer possible votes, and so yeah, you get dunked on a little bit. That is to say that don't use this voting result as any measure of your game's quality, okay? It is simply one somewhat insecure vote that you shouldn't really take anything away from. It's just fun, okay? We took it away one year and everyone complained, so we brought it back. You tell us this now? Sorry. Maybe some of you can retrofit a really quick multiplayer mode onto your game. But I don't think that would help this semester because no one wants to. It would actually hurt because the people who wanted to play multiplayer would have to set up Parsec, which itself, the first time you do it, is like a 5 to 10 minute setup, and then it maybe doesn't work. Okay, so let's keep going. Here's the final grading schedule. The final grading is going to begin shortly after your showcase. So we're probably going to begin light grading of assignments, probably like your P2 project management and stuff like that, around Friday, okay? And then over the week after that, we're going to finish up all your grades in this course, and that includes some of the extra credit, such as the personal introductions. If you're wondering why certain assignments have been graded and others have not, your P2 Gold has been graded, but your P2 Project Management has not, it's because of dependencies. So we have very little time because we do a lot of stuff, the entire staff. And so what happens is if an assignment depends upon the result of a previous assignment, as in, if your Project 3 would really be enhanced by understanding your grade and result on Project 2, then we're going to grade that Project 2 assignment. However, grading your P2 Project Management would not give you a lot of new knowledge, would it? And so it essentially gets de-emphasized so that we can focus on weekly grading of your P3 deliverables, which is the most important deliverables to get results for by far. Okay? I'm not sure if my stream is still going. Is my stream still going? My Max Twitch stream has kind of fallen apart here. Let me see if I can get the stream going on my mobile device. Okay, so are we going? I think we are. Okay, we're back. All right, awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep going. Once all the grades are entered, we will announce this fact over Piazza. And what this means is that you're going to have 24 hours, and usually not any more than that, to check through your final grades, look at them, make sure that everything is good, okay, that we got all of your grades in, that your grades have been checked and are valid, you don't have any concerns. And then what's going to happen is after 24 hours, we submit your final grades to Wolverine Access, and then that is how it goes. Okay, that's your final grade. So you will have time to check over all of your grades and make contact with us if anything has gone wrong. Okay, so don't worry too much about that. Okay, does anyone have any questions about the kind of end of semester logistics here? It's pretty straightforward. The most important things you need to do are just register for that showcase. Fill out that form, okay, and make sure you update it as you kind of make improvements. Okay, so we'll talk a little bit. I'm going to get rid of this right now. We'll talk a little bit about your itch.io pages as we go through them. We'll give a little bit of feedback, but mostly we'll just be clapping for you, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get to it. We're going to watch all of your final trailers. Hopefully those things are uploaded, and we'll go ahead and go, all right? So let's go ahead and start with 3 AM Studios. We'll go ahead and start at the beginning. Okay, headed to YouTube. Make sure all of your itch.io pages are not accessible to the public, by the way. You want to have those things kind of locked down with the password. Okay. All right. Go ahead and get it into theater mode here. And remember, we watch, and then we clap, and we're super happy, okay? So let's go ahead. 3 AM Studios, Autana.
No, this can't be happening. My friends, my family, my home, they're all gone. I will smash every robot I see. Go as far as I need to go. I'll have to build onto my suit for this, by scavenging from those I destroy, and use their power to keep the radiation out of my suit. I will do whatever it takes. Destroy every robot I can lay my hands on, and bring Kogo down to his knees, no matter the cost.
Ooh. All right, I love the trailer. I like that it is much more descriptive of the gameplay now in the voiceover, and that we have a name for the main antagonist, Coco. All right, I can't wait. This game is extremely fun. The enemies are have a lot of variety in their AI, and that just makes every encounter just feel fantastic. So well done, team. Okay, next up we have Best Effort Game. So we're gonna have to put in a. Oh, I think I already put in the password. Uh-oh. Oh no, team. All right, we're gonna have to watch the showcase. Best effort. Come on. All right, we'll go ahead and move on. Next up, we have 5-Start. Let's go ahead and take a look. Contracts. Go ahead and yeah, I'll give you that follow. All right, Contracts trailer. Let's take a look.
Greetings, Agent. You have been recruited. Welcome to the agency. The target, the casino manager. Go in, find them, and eliminate them by any means. As usual, watch out for guards or dogs. Hide. Attack. Distract. Think twice to move when it's your turn. And finish your contracts.
Oh, awesome. Very well done, team. Well done. The trailer is much more readable now with the zoom-ins, right? You're not distracting the user. You're very zoomed in, only showing the user what you talk about, which is just great. Well done, team. Well done. I cannot wait to play it. Okay, so next up, we have Heads Up Studio with Witchess. Oopsie, I paused it. We'll start again. I'm already creeped out.
Yeah, kitty.
Your cat Polly has been taken. As the Witchess, you must save her. There will be many enemies on your journey. Knock them away with lethal lightning. Incinerate obstacles with furious flames. Defend yourself by conjuring shields. And close off paths with walls of ice. Be warned, magical elements are scarce, and one must be strategic. You will encounter all manner of puzzles along your way. You must save Polly. For if you fail,
Ha 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 ha. Very, very well done, team. This version of the trailer does a much better job of showing each spell and what its value is. And I think that's really going to attract players. Okay, well done, team. Well done, team. Okay, let's see here. I heard there were some Kaizo levels that might slip into the final build. I'm very excited about that. Okay, so next up we have Lucky Clover Games, and which I believe is Motor Quest. Motor Quest! Okay, let's go ahead and take a look.
Motor Quest.
Framed for stealing a powerful secret weapon, you, a motorcycle vigilante, set off on a quest to defeat the evil Agent Smith and clear your name. Bike and blast your way through Agent Smith's defenses, including enemy motorcycles, tanks, and auto turrets. Collect scrap from destroyed enemies to make repairs and craft ammo so you can keep taking on the forces of evil. This quest will take all the good old-fashioned grit you can muster. Will you rain fire and win the fight for justice, or meet the fate of an outlaw? Take the quest.
Motor Quest.
Awesome, very cool. Okay, so this is so fun, and what strikes me, I'm not sure if this was the case in the previous trailer, but in this trailer, the footage is buttery smooth, 60 frames per second. Just fantastic to watch, and it's the trailer looks as fun as the game is, and that is very fun. So well done, team. Thank you so much. Okay, next up, we have the Michigan Association for Zigzagging Environments and Project Maze. And what a cool itch.io page. Look at this. That's intimidating. Very cool. And the color palette's great, too. Let's go ahead and take a look.
I understand, but no one has heard anything from the agents down there. We have to send them into the maze.
So, you dare enter my maze? I assure you, your spells and training won't help you here. You'll go mad just trying to find your way out. That is, if my creatures don't cut you down first.
All right, team, well done. This trailer continues to have so much character to it, and that the voice acting is a big part of that. And I think, in particular, the contrast between the very kind of stern and official sounding agent at the beginning and the crazy villain at the end. I just love it. Well done, team. Well done. Okay, next up we have Mushroom Studios. Let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, team, where's your trailer? We'll come back. We'll give you to the end of the other trailers to update this, but you need to have your trailer embedded, okay? That is a requirement, and we can't really watch it if we don't have access to it, okay? No one can, in fact. I like the itch.io page. The fact that the mushrooms are upside down is very kind of odd and unique and strange. It's very cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and keep going. We'll come back. We got 2 games we need to revisit here. Okay, so Potato Studio, Polaroid. Let's go ahead and take a look. This is, wow, what a cool itch.io page. Beautiful. Okay.
Journal entry number 37. Yesterday, I received a request from an informant asking me to look into the situation regarding a factory that shut down 2 years ago. Initial investigations suggest that the factory was rented out to a startup of 11 employees that all went missing, including the leading research engineer, Dr. Chen. According to my informant, the team successfully developed a Polaroid that is capable of teleporting its users and resetting objects in the photos it takes. My hunch tells me that there is a bigger story to investigate here. I'm gonna check out this factory today. Wish me luck.
Awesome. Very cool. Very cool. This trailer does a really great job with context. Putting you in the shoes of a photojournalist. You know, you are You've got a log there. The trailer shows off a lot more diverse elements in the game compared to the previous trailer. This is really, really great, team. Well done. Well done. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. Next up, we've got Pentacle with a Witch Tail. And what a beautiful, beautiful first impression. This art is awesome. It's so colorful and cheerful. It just gives you the tone of the game right away. And this background looks incredible too. Look at that. We got the cauldron there. We got some fruit on the side. The color palette is so well chosen. Even the text in the font looks fantastic. Well done, team. The only thing I might say is let's get a GIF like up here, so that any viewers will quickly see what the gameplay is like, because these still images don't really. This image doesn't really tell us anything. It's blocking the gameplay. Okay, let's go ahead and watch the footage.
Witch Tale by Pentacle Studio. In the deep, dark magic forest, a little witch must help her grandmother improve her fashion sense. Embark on a journey to search for 3 enchanted items and craft a necklace for Grandma's 500th birthday. Use the power of her spells to levitate crates, scale platforms, and spin objects. Dodge the spikes and avoid the slimes. Use her grappling ability to swing through the trees. Just watch out, and she will safely come back home and save Grandma's 500th birthday.
Awesome. Well done, team. Well done. I think you can see the improvements from the previous trailer, right? Just getting rid of the text, removing the text, allowing the user to focus on the images and not the UI or gameplay elements is really, really, really helpful. It's a very easy to follow trailer, and this is an excellent, excellent looking itch.io page. Well done, team. Well done. Okay, next up we have Smooth Monk Brain Studios with Fells Wargo. Let's take a look. Oh, this is also fantastic, fantastic. The top image bleeds into the background color, and it all looks so cohesive as a result. And then you've got this bottom area, the central area that looks like a piece of paper here. Very, very, very cool. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Howdy, partner. Welcome to the Wild West, a place filled with hostile terrain, ravenous wildlife, and ruthless bandits. The other mailmen have all been run out of town. It's up to you to deliver all the packages. Do you have what it takes? Drop and throw packages to solve puzzles and complete deliveries. Navigate dangerous terrain across a variety of levels. Watch out and avoid bandits, or fight back if you're feeling unlucky. Uncover the truth behind the bandit operation in the ultimate Wild West delivery game, Fells Wargo.
Awesome. Very cool, team. Well done. The game does the trailer does an excellent job at setting up context. Even this title screen, this opener, is really, really cool. The transition of the tumbleweed hitting the screen, very creative, and it has just the perfect mix of context and explanation of gameplay mechanics, and then a cool little hook with the first vision of the boss here. Okay, Stuffalo Steel. Oh, that's nasty. Again, I think the only thing that's missing is a little "Mail's here," right? Which is such a fantastic little sound clip in the actual game. Okay, all right, this is amazing, team. Well done. You've worked so hard, and you get a follow. Boom, there you go. I'll be your first fan on itch. Okay. Next up, we have Star Guardians. Okay, be water, my friend. Team, you're going to want to change the background and the colors at least a little bit, and you're going to want to get some additional GIFs on here and images, okay? That'll help you a lot. That'll make sure a lot more people play your game. The thing about the white background is that it's the default, and a lot of games that are just kind of dumped onto itch will have this white background. And you don't want to be considered among those games, because otherwise no one will play it. And you worked really, really hard, so we don't want to just dump the game on here. Okay? All right. Let's take a look.
Today's local breaking news. Our town lake has completely dried up.
The devastating news is wrecking everyone's nerves. You, above water, is on a quest to revive the once beautiful lake. However, you alone isn't enough to solve the issue. Therefore, as water, you decided to reunite with other droplets in different houses and terrains to increase your mass. In this 3D puzzle platformer, you will need to change your form to become different states of water, such as finding a cold spot to freeze or a hot spot to evaporate, since your water can easily spill or be contaminated by the environment. Make your way to the lake and be water, my friend.
Awesome. Well done, team. Well done. This trailer is much improved. It does a good job of showing off all the different states and talking about them a little bit. The ice state, the fact that you can become steam and fly. Very, very, very cool. Well done, team. Thank you. Okay, so next up we have Studio Clubs with Kingsguard. Okay, let's go ahead and watch here. Oh, this is a cool background too. Hold on. Here we go. Here we go.
Sir, we've just received intel about a plot to take your life. The assassin is highly skilled and extremely deadly. Without you, your kingdom will crumble, and your people's lives will be next. In order to outmaneuver your foe and emerge victorious in this high-stakes game of strategy, you must place traps, send scouts to get an edge on the enemy, and lead your knights to victory. Kingsguard, releasing soon on Mac and Windows.
Awesome. Well done. Well done. This intro is fantastic, right? It sets the scene immediately. It helps the player understand what the game's main objective is, to prevent these assassins coming in. You even get to see them. And so everything after that makes total sense. Like, there are assassins coming. Of course, it makes perfect sense that we would place traps, that we would send our scouts out to find new resources. The trailer just flows so well now. And I really like this background too. It has a lot more flavor than your average itch.io page. Well done, team. Well done. Okay, so next up we have Studio Spades with Stranded. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, they used the technique I suggested. Take a screenshot from your game that you like, throw on a heavy blur, and then it just kind of looks amazing in the background. It's a very, very simple technique. Stranded. Okay, let's take a look. The only thing I would recommend, team, is making these into GIFs right here would, I think, be a lot more effective. Simply because players really want to see immediately what the game looks like without actually turning on the trailer, though many will do that. Okay, let's take a look.
Stranded. Who would have thought a place so beautiful could be so dangerous? Collect parts and manage your coolant levels. Search buildings and uncover the history of this world. Fight enemies that attack you along the way. And leave this world. Do you have what it takes? Or will you be stranded here forever? Stranded.
Awesome. Well done, team. Well done. You even got kind of trailer exclusive camera angles here, which is really cool. We get to see our character run in real quick and fix the coolant levels. Looks great. The structure and ordering is also great. It starts off immediately with repairing your ship instead of fighting, right? Which makes total sense, and it has a really clever kind of way to end too. This is an amazing trailer and a very, very fun game, team. Well done. You did it. And there you go. There's your follow. Okay. So there we go. Studio Spades, Toasty Lion Studios. Let's go ahead with a Grimoire's Tale. Okay, and I'll recommend, team, this game looks really, really good in motion. So see if you can get some GIFs. Take some of the footage you've recorded, go to easygif.com, and then play around with it to get it under 3 megabytes, okay? It'll take a little bit of work, but as long as the clip isn't super long, it should be pretty easy, okay? All right, let's take a look. A Grimoire's Tale.
Bookie, wake up! There's no time for sleeping! The evil wizard has returned to steal the secrets of magic from the library. Worst of all, he's turned all sorts of creatures and things to the side. Stop him, Bookie, before it's too late! Using the magic tomes, combine your spells for powerful effects. Combine arrows and corrosion to plague your foes. Combine ice and arrows for a hail of attacks. Try bombs and lightning for explosive results. How about fire and homing to chase down some skulls? Or get creative and see what these spells have in store. In this action deck builder, the possibilities are endless, but are you strong enough to take down the wizard? Test your skill and your wit in A Grimoire's Tale.
Awesome. Well done, team. Well done. Well done. I can't believe how much damage that bomb, that triple, I think it's the assault paired with bomb, did on the wizard. Oh my goodness. It just tore him apart. Look at this. Look at this. Oh! That's a lot of damage right there. Okay, here's your follow, team. You did an amazing job. Well done in the background, too. This looks very, very cool. Okay, so let's go ahead and head to the next team. Well done. Okay, next up we have Zero Studio. Ooh, look at that. Lost Soul. Look at this cool top image. It just gives you the kind of mood right away. I also like this background. I feel like I've seen it before, though. Very cool, nonetheless. All right. Very cool. You've got this GIF right here. I recommend making the GIFs the topmost image so that players see them right away. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look.
Lost Soul is a story of a ghost's journey to reclaim his memories of the abandoned house he used to live in. You must use spectral skills to possess and move objects, and explore the abandoned house to discover what your life was like before your tragic fate. Beware, you may not be alone in this house. Avoid the ghost hunter and resolve your cloudy past so that you may finally rest in peace, or forever be a lost and forgotten soul.
All right. Excellent, excellent work, team. It's very, very articulate. The game sets an excellent mood. This quote is really cool. Usually, when we put text on the screen, we want to narrate it. However, this trailer does a good job in providing enough time that players can, realistically read it. Okay? Awesome. Well done, team. Okay, let's go back through and see if the other teams have gotten their uploads fixed. We gave them a little bit of time, about 10 minutes, I think, to get on it. Who did we miss? We missed Best Effort and one other game. Rest in peace, team. Rest in peace. I'll still give you a follow though. All right. So let me know. Let me know when that's fixed up. Okay, and we'll post it in the Discord. The other one was Mushroom Studios. There's a trailer. Yes, you want to have this embedded in your itch.io page, team. So please get that done when you can. In fact, we'll take a look at it. Hey, there we go. There we go. Well done. Thank you, team. Okay.
Welcome to Mogu, a puzzle platformer about flipping and turning. As you bend gravity, the puzzles will bend your mind. Explore a vast world. Mogu.
Awesome. Very cool, team. This was an amazing trailer before, but I noticed that the suggestion we made where I think if you go to a new world, the background changes. That is really, really cool and helps give the game a different flavor. The only thing I'd recommend here is that this itch.io page looks okay, but compared to the trailer, it is a bit empty, okay? So I recommend, see if you can find any sort of cool image to put at the top here so that the player doesn't see this humongous amount of white space that kind of suggests the game's unfinished. This is a really great game. I would also recommend getting some GIFs of the backgrounds in here too, so that it looks like your world is is more diverse, okay, than just simply a bright blue background all the time. I would also recommend getting some clouds in here on this side because it looks a little bit empty here. Otherwise, team, this is fantastic. Such an amazing game. Well done, well done, well done. Thank you. Okay, so I think that's just about it. This is fantastic. The Witch-S IO page is here. Video only. Witch-S. Let's look at the Witch-S IO page really quickly. Sorry, which team? I have to remember. Oh, my brain is melting. So many amazing games. Oh, Witch-S was early on, I think. Not best effort, but Contracts, Motor Quest, Heads Up. My apologies, because I think you changed your name too, didn't you? Did I miss it? Here it is. Oh, I don't have access to it because I'm not watching the Twitch. All right, well, you can all check out the itch.io page. I'll see it later, okay? Okay, I'm back. Okay, so these are fantastic, everyone. You did an amazing job. Well done, well done. I think that these trailers are really going to get people excited, not only at the showcase, but down the line, right? Share these with your friends and family, please. Your recruiters, please. Did I tell you the story about EA? So when I was interviewing at EA, I had my interview, and I really don't like technical interviews at all, right? And I don't think many people like those. However, here's the technique. If you can hit them right away with a cool portfolio piece, like a trailer, right? Or if you can get them into your portfolio, then what you can often do is you can often eat up too much time so that you can't actually be given a whiteboard question. That's how I actually got my job at EA. Our interview, I walked into the interview room, and the person who was interviewing me was ready to go with the whiteboard questions. And I handed him my resume. I said, "Hey, do you have a copy of my resume?" He said, "I do." "Well, do you have a copy of? Have you seen my digital portfolio?" He said, "Oh, digital portfolio." I said, "Yes." And I whipped out my laptop, and it was already there, ready to go. And we spent the entire interview not doing whiteboard questions, but just talking about previous projects. And I showed him trailers, and we played through a couple of my games, and we just talked about how did you implement that? Oh, what was the challenge of implementing that? And it was the plan. My plans don't always work out perfectly, but that was one that absolutely did. You could not have scripted that plan better. So go ahead and see if you can tweak that approach and see if you can get it to be more effective. Anyway, the trailer should hopefully help you out there. A nice thing you can hit them with immediately. Okay. All right. Anyway, that's enough of the tangents here. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on. I want to talk to you a little bit about. We're gonna spend a little bit of time on games and AI. Okay, we're gonna go through really fast, and then we're gonna finish up with a final lecture. Okay, talk about some of the takeaways from this entire 4 months. Games and AI are really. Did someone tell you to do that? No. I just noticed that you can distract people with cool stuff. I mean, it seems pretty obvious, but you can even distract people. So here's the thing, all right? People who are interviewing, they know that whiteboard questions are not great kind of indicators of programming ability and software engineering ability. The questions are often kind of random. The questions can be really easy or really hard based on whether you know the question already, right? And people cram, they read coding interview question books, which kind of ruins everything, doesn't it? Because you're not learning a lot about a candidate if they've just memorized the solution to a particular problem. So they know, the people who interview you will often know that coding questions are kind of the best of a bunch of terrible options. However, if you can show them and talk intelligently about projects that you put right in front of their face, that's way, way more interesting and, in my opinion, a much better proxy of whether or not you can contribute to a game team. Like, you want to know if I can make games? Here you go, right? You can play them right now. I'll tell you exactly how they're implemented. I'll tell you exactly what the challenges were, what mistakes I made, what I want to do for the sequel, right? So that's, I think, why it worked so well, at least in that particular interview. I've also had interviews where they declined to do that. Like Facebook didn't care at all. Like, they just wanted to head straight to the whiteboard and wouldn't hear anything else. But EA was like, yeah, let's just talk about this. Okay. Anyway, all right. Let's go ahead and get into it. Games and AI. It's a really, really interesting subject, and I've said this many times, but if you go into grad school, there's a very good chance that you will be doing something related to AI, whether that is machine learning, whether that is computer vision. There's a lot of different things that you can do, and a lot of classical approaches, like pathfinding, that are still really interesting to study and play around with today. This is an example of the A-star algorithm, a route that has been planned for this agent to go from the red, I think, to the green, okay? I'll show you what tool this is in a sec. Has anyone seen this game before? This is a game called, you all know the name, Number Spaces, right? Number Spaces. Actually, I think I got that wrong. It's Number Place. This is a 19th century France game called Number Place. However, it was really made popular by a team called Nicoli in Tokyo, and it was called Sudoku. Okay, and that is the name that most people know this by today. It's a massively popular game. You find it in magazines, you find it in other digital products like Brain Age, and the way that you play this game is you start off with this empty grid, okay? Except it's not entirely empty. The grid has been pre-filled with some numbers. Your objective is to fill every single grid cell. But you can't just randomly choose a number to put in. You have to choose numbers that fulfill constraints. So for instance, one constraint is that all columns have to have unique values. So if you look at this column right here, you cannot put an 8 anywhere else on this vertical column, okay? You have to put numbers in such that all rows have unique values. So the same applies horizontally. If we're in this row right here, this third row, we already have a 9, an 8, and a 6 in this row, so we can't put any of those numbers in, but we could maybe put a 1 in, okay? And then all of these 9 by 9 kind of subgrids have to have unique values as well, all right? So if you look in this top left subgrid of 9 cells, we have a 9, 8, 5, 6, 3, so we could put a 7 in here, but we couldn't put another 3 in here, okay? So satisfying these constraints is tricky, and you might find yourself putting in numbers only to realize that you have to move backwards because some of your early decisions have compromised later ones. This game has some interesting math properties. It is NP complete in the general case, but I'd like to point something out to you. Almost all actual instances of Sudoku that people care about only have this many cells, okay? So 9 by 9, what is that, 81? Only have 81 cells, which means that no matter how difficult you make this problem, in the most common case, it's going to be brute forceable, okay, if our hardware gets fast enough.